Stars. It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 5. I have to be at work in 45 minutes. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm loving the time change. We can get out actually at 6:30 and it's light out and I can get back and I can do my videos before work and not be rushing. Like, this is it. I'm loving it. Anyway, you guys, I'm feeling good this Monday morning. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Okay, you guys, so the show starts with Ashley. Ashley goes over to Candiace's house. This is something interesting, right? I still can't get used to the fact that these two are trying to be friends, but so be it. She comes on over. Candiace fixes her a glass of wine or whatnots, and they sit down there chatting about the divorce. So how you feeling about the leak? Well, you know, it's not a good time right now with her and Michael. Yeah, Michael went to Vegas. You know, he just had a vasectomy on Friday. He went to Vegas on a couple of days later. I was like, it was a whole bunch of guys in my job that had vasectomies. It was like going around like hot fire. And they was at work the next day. They was walking real slow. Okay. And, but they was all walking. They were all at work. So apparently you can get back to it quite quickly. Anyways, when he got back, he told Ashley that he still ain't want to talk yet. He just needs some time to process everything. Candiace was like, now, how does this work? You guys are separated, but you're living together, like, you know. And Ashley says, well, yeah, there's rules, okay? So you can live under the same roof. However, you cannot sleep together. You have to be in separate beds, and you cannot have any sexual relations. Okay, that should be easy enough for Michael. He ain't want to have sex with Ashley even last season. So they're talking. Candiace is telling her how, you know, this particular friend group is stressing her the fuck out, and mostly because of what they're saying about her husband. Ashley was like, you don't think that Chris could just say, you know, he apologizes for the way that he made somebody feel and then just move on? No, because Chris ain't did shit, and he better the fuck not do it. Candiace was like, Chris is not even comfortable coming around anymore for all the things that are being said about him. He feels hurt. Like, yeah, he's been looking at you guys like you guys are his friends, and look how quickly they turn on you just for a little camera time. Okay, Chris is getting old housewife experience too. Anyways, Candiace and Ashley are laughing. You know, Candiace was like, you know, the streets are talking, and apparently Ashley was seen somewhere with a hockey player. Oh, Ashley gets a kick out of that. She falls on the floor. She's laughing. Oh my God, is that what people are saying? Okay, yes, girl, they saw you. All right, and they told Candiace, and she was just like, oh, well, you know, it was really casual. But apparently that's her new boyfriend. Okay, if you're looking at the social medias of today. She says, unfortunately, she compares everybody to Michael. I was just like, I don't know how Michael can beat anybody out unless we're talking about money. Okay, and if he's a hockey player, he probably makes a good living as well. So what is we talking about, Ashley? Okay, girl, that child will swear Michael is the prize, right? But yeah, Ashley was like, this city talks, don't they? Yes, because honey, they used to talk about Karen too. All right, Candiace was like, I heard about Karen going out thinking that she was sneaking out with somebody, you know, other than Uncle Jessup. And you guys remember that that's what Charisse was trying to say way back when, is that Karen had a boyfriend, a white guy, you know, called him Mr. Blue Eyes. Karen tried to say that that actually was her bodyguard and that she wasn't having a relationship with him back then. And I'm not sure if that's the reason why Karen still, you know, feels the way she feels about Charisse, but that was the rumor back then. Let's see if they're going to try to rehash it this season. Anyways, they were like, honey, we sees it all. So you got to be careful when you walk in the streets of Potomac. Okay, make sure you got your arm in the man that you want to be seen with. Candiace says she's looking forward to this new friendship that she has with Ashley. She's happy for this new chapter that Ashley is about to have. You know, Ashley deserves to have nice, tight balls, not saggy, old, hanging balls. I was just like, you shouldn't be worried about whatever the fuck Ashley got. As many times that Ashley has burned you and you still determined to have this friendship. I've been telling y'all all this time. Like, Candiace is so worried about Michael and talking about it all this. And honey, Ashley's still the same. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So Mia's at home with the family. you know, her fixing food for the family to eat outside on their patio or whatever. You know, G is there and they're talking about what's been going on with her. Okay, first of all, they just opened their 25th clinic and Mia's tired. Okay, that shit, building it out and getting it started and getting all the licenses and the permits and whatever else you got to do to, you know, open up these businesses, you know, it's too much, especially with her dealing with the illness that she has, whatever that is. They still don't know exactly just yet. You know, dealing with the kids, her family, you know, issues with her mom, you know, having to be a wife, you know, running businesses, like it's too much. So we gonna put the pause on it. We gonna put the brakes on it. I was like, does that have anything to do with the fact that Gordon's brother was about to put y'all out of the business? Okay, I've been seeing what's going on social media. Yeah, honey, Mia and Gordon got pushed out, but I guess we're going to talk about that later. I'm sure it's going to come up in the season. Gordon wants to talk about her health. You know, he was just like, you know, I mean, everything bad has been ruled out. At least we know that it's not cancer and all, but, you know, Mia still has to have those lumps removed. And she was just like, you know what? I'm going to go on vacation. Okay. Gonna invite the girls to Miami because apparently when Mia was going through her foster situation when she was younger, her foster parent, or she was adopted out to a family in Miami, and that's where her adopted mother is. So, you know, she likes to go down there and visit and unwind and everything, and she thinks it's nice that the girls will come too. And then she tells us about, you know, her and G's sexcapades of when, you know, they first met and they were down in Miami, and apparently Gordon was still married, and either he didn't tell her or she didn't care, maybe a little bit of both. And they had sex on the beach. Okay, right in front of everybody. Bitch, you gonna get arrested, okay? Going to jail trying to be hot in the ass. Nobody want to see that shit. Now, jumping over to Giselle, we see Giselle with her 3 beautiful girls. They are on their way to get manis and petties. And Giselle is sad. You know, the oldest is about to go away to college, and her 2 twins, they're about to turn 16. Okay, so they're right on her the big one's coattails. They gonna be leaving soon too, and Giselle gonna be an old mean ass pretty Spencer at the house, bitter with green eyes and nothing else to show for herself other than creating mess in everybody else's life and marriages. Oh, bitter bitch. She loves it too. Y'all keep on telling me that Giselle, you know, she does feel things, she just doesn't let people see it. I was like, that bitch don't feel nothing. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Giselle is not human. She is like an alien. She does not care. I'm telling you, she don't care. Anyways, the girls want to have a sweet 16 party, and Giselle says, okay, she's going to give it to them. She's determined. You know, she's going to be zen. She's going to be calm throughout this whole planning process. I was like, please tell me that girl got a party planner. What the fuck is Giselle gonna plan out? We know that girl don't have no taste. Had these kids up there with some mess, child. Anyway, she just wants to have a speech. They were like, okay, you need to have a speech in 90 seconds. Okay, she was like, that's only 45 seconds. That's enough. What do you need to say exactly? We already know you love us and you care. She says that, you know, she's proud of her and Jamal, even with everything that they've been through. At least they know that they've been good parents and they've been good co-parenting. They've done well co-parenting together, even though he's way up in, he's way down in Atlanta and she's way up in Potomac. And you know what? She hopes that Ashley and Michael have such a successful, has as much of a successful co-parenting union that she and Jamal has. I said, what a relationship to aspire to. I want to be just like Giselle and Jamal. So Robyn's been looking good this season, right? Robyn has a special kind of confidence. I can't quite put my finger on it, what exactly has turned Robyn. But Robyn has definitely changed this season, okay? Now, she's going to go see a family law lawyer because, damn it, her and Juan, you know, if they are going to tie the knot, which I still don't think that they are, but if they are to do it, we got to figure out this prenuptial situation. How you guys feel about her feeling like they need to have a prenup? I mean, I do believe that you should have a prenup, okay? But we cannot forget that in their first marriage, Robyn ruined the fucking finances, lost everything, you know, and now she doesn't want to lose everything again by the hands of what could potentially be her ex-husband again, even though you lost all his money at the beginning. I was just like, I mean, I get it. You know, it's a different day, you older and wiser and all of that, but still, it's just sort of like, You ain't gonna give Juan no break on this, huh? Even though you lost all the money before, huh, girl? Oh, okay. She goes and sits down, and she's talking to the lawyer. She tells the lawyer that she is remarrying her ex-husband. The lawyer's like, does he know you're here? And she was just like, yes, he does know I'm here. However, he doesn't think it's necessary. And the lawyer was like, okay, well, is there a disparity in income? And she was just like, yeah, well, yes. I mean, girl, you can go on and say it. We know this damn high school coach ain't getting as much money as you. I know Juan doesn't coach high school. I'm just saying, like, it's okay. Everybody knows he makes more money. It's still in the household, so it's fine. Okay, but yes, there is a disparity in income. Robyn, she has some successful businesses that she would like to have excluded from her marriage union. Okay, so that's kind of one of the things that she wants to write into the prenup, I guess, protecting her businesses. And the lady was like, okay, well, you can do that, definitely so. Okay, and are there any clauses for infidelity? And the lawyer says it definitely could be. I mean, have you guys had problems with infidelity before? And Robyn says, yes, actually we have. And that's the reason why they divorced the first time. So Robyn was like, I'm just trying to be realistic about this whole thing. She feels like it's worth speaking about, even though Juan doesn't really like the idea. Okay? Yeah, Robyn is trying to protect herself. Okay? She is leaving some parts of the story out. All right? But I guess she feels like the family lawyer don't need to know that. Okay? Maybe it's, he ain't got enough time. In the interest of time, she's just gonna give her the top. All right. She ain't gonna tell the lady how she was the reason why they ain't got no fucking money no more. But it doesn't even really matter, but we know. The lawyer's like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get together a list of things that you'll need, I guess to include, or things to think about when you're talking about getting this prenup together. I'm gonna send you a list of the things that you might want to have in there, and then you can go from there. And Robyn thanks her for that. Now, next, jumping over to Karen, we see Karen. She is at a tulip farm. I said, oh my God, that sounds so interesting. I love tulips. Tulips is one of my favorite flowers. Tulips and peonies. I love them. That's not how you say the peonies, huh? I never say it right, but y'all know the flower that I'm talking about. I love peonies. Anyway, she is meeting Ashley and Wendy there, of all people. That Ashley is getting around, ain't she? Anyway, when she first gets there, she's talking to herself like, oh, it's cold out here. I need to put my sweater on. Everybody loves to talk to themselves when the camera's right here. Ashley gets there and, she greets Karen. Ashley's like, shit, it's cold out here. Okay, everybody trying to look cute. You need to have a big ass jacket on. Now they're waiting for Wendy to get there. So while they're waiting, Ashley tells Karen that Michael had his procedure, and Karen was just like, okay, how does that make you feel? Well, Ashley was like, I don't give a shit. Okay, even though just last week she was telling us that she felt bad and she was upset about the idea of not being able to have any more kids with Michael. Girl, which is it? That Ashley is full of shit, y'all. Now, Wendy gets there, and now the gang is all here. And like I said, they're going to be doing tulip pulling. So apparently you can pull the tulips. You try to get the bulb down there, and then you can take the tulips home and replant them in your own garden. I understand that raising tulips is very hard. Anyway, when Wendy gets there, they're chatting about the divorce and the fact that it leaked. Ashley's not happy about that. Of course, Michael's not happy about it either. She doesn't know who could be the ones to put the information. Girl, you probably put that shit out. Either you or Michael or production or somebody from your team. While they're out there talking, Wendy starts to talk about the fact that Robyn had invited her children and not her to the family fun day. That upset her, and Karen was just like, well, you are too emotional. Until you are able to put your emotions to the side, you won't ever get to a good place. Okay, so Wendy was like, yeah, I know. I do realize that I am a little bit emotional about things. And, people have pointed out to Wendy that she can indeed be condescending. So she's working on that. I was going to say something, but it was going to piss y'all off. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. But anyway, Wendy says, yeah, she knows that she can be condescending. But her whole thing is people need to own and really admit whatever their faults are, own it, and that they are trying to work on it, and then they could move forward. So she wants to have like a something where all the ladies can get together. It'll be a safe space, and everybody can kind of just put the shit on the table and discuss. Isn't that what we do on reality shows? All get together so we can, in the guise of safe spaces, and then we get to arguing and fussing and fighting and shit. Then child, they do it on every single reality show. So why not this one? So yeah, she's gonna send out a text message to everybody and tell them to come, and she wants to make sure that everyone participates. Ashley was like, well, why don't you, when you send out the text message, say something like, even though I know that we aren't in a good space, I want us all to get to a better place. And Wendy was just like, I'm not going to be directing that to any one or two people. I'll send that as a general text. Okay. And everybody who wants to come, they'll come then. That's the best she can do. We ain't giving nobody no special treatment, especially not the old green-eyed monsters. Now, jumping over to Candiace. Okay, we see Candiace at home. She's sitting and talking to Chris. And then her sister comes in. Okay, they're about to have wine, but not the sister, because the sister is trying to get over a migraine that she's had. Okay, so she's going to have tea. But she joins them, and they're sitting and they're talking. And Candiace tells her, that she's re-releasing her album. Okay. And this is going to be the deluxe version. So I guess they're going to be remixing some of the songs, maybe adding some songs or whatever. And one of her songs, I guess the one that was the most popular one, Trina has reached out and said that she wants to help her out on the remix. Okay. And Candiace was just like, oh my God. And the sister was just like, who's Trina? I was like, oh, one of those. If it's not Beyonce, I don't know. I was just like, yeah. Candiace said that she didn't believe that Trina was really even serious about doing this, but then her people sent over a contract. So it looks like it's happening. She is going to be doing a remix of her song with Trina. Okay. Now, while they're sitting there talking, Wendy sends out the text message that she was talking to Ashley and Karen about. Apparently, Wendy is inviting them to a burn session. What is a burn session, you may ask? Okay, it's where you burn away all of your issues with each other. It's a safe space where we can come together and speak about the issues in love. So Candiace was like, yeah, that's actually really nice and all, but the thing is that everybody has to have the right intentions. There have to be good intentions for this type of thing to go off without a hitch. And see, that's the problem, because most of the time these women don't have good intentions. I'm glad Candiace realizes that. Okay, why you trying to be best friends with Ashley? And she says, she doesn't want to have beef with Ashley. She doesn't want to have beef with any of the girls. Definitely this season they are attacking Candiace. I'm not sure if the goal is to get Candiace off the show or what, but they definitely they have it out for Candiace. And Candiace says, with Ashley's divorce being so public, she doesn't want to add to her stress. So, she wants things to go smoothly. That's her new bestie, y'all. Now, the day of the burn session. Okay. Apparently they're going to a winery, and the winery is quite a ways out. So they have to take buses because we can't be relying on everybody to drive there on their own. Ain't no telling when they're going to get there. So you guys know how they do. We have Wendy and Ashley in one car, and then we have the rest of the girls. They're going on a van. Okay. So we see Wendy and Ashley. Apparently Wendy is having problems with kidney stones. She says she's always had issues with kidney stones because, Wendy is so busy. If she says it again, I'm telling you, we're going to start a drinking game. Okay. But she's so busy that she doesn't have time to drink water because she doesn't want to have to be trying to find a bathroom all the time. So the kidney stones have become an issue. Now, like I said, since they're not really in a good space, Wendy feels like it's good that she separates herself from the rest of the girls. And I guess she had to choose somebody to ride with her so it didn't look like she was just coming by herself. So she has Ashley. But she didn't want to get on the bus, all of them together, and they end up, arguing or trying to hash things out on the bus. She wants to make sure that everybody is in the space of the winery and, we can all sit down at this table and talk. So this is relaxing. We're just riding in the car. And, Wendy says, she's just tired of always having to be under the pressure of being booked and busy. That's what this society of today is. I said, people put that label on themselves. Let me tell you something. Roxanne believes in getting her rest. Okay. Now I'm going to be busy when I'm busy. And then when I'm not, I'm not. And I'm not trying to just be looking like I'm doing 50,000 things. It's just like, child, you got to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay. I mean, they're all younger than I am, obviously. So, you know, they are in that mode still where they trying to get it. They trying to get it. Okay. And I get it and all, but yeah, like that whole booked and busy and always got something to do. That's why you tired. That's why you got kidney stones. That's why you know, everybody is in a bad mood and not rested and stressed out and everything. And you need some damn rest. All right. So maybe this retreat, this is not a retreat, but maybe this little getaway with the girls, you know, maybe they'll get some rest. I know a lot don't care who tell it, y'all. Ain't no rest about to happen out there. As a matter of fact, everybody fixing to be fighting. But Wendy is saying all of this because she just realizes that she's a lot like her mom, and her mom just was admitted into the hospital. Okay. And that she realizes if she don't slow down and get some order about her life, that in 30 years, she's going to be just like her mother. Okay, so Wendy's trying to make some positive changes in her life now. A couple hours later, they finally make it to the vineyard. Wendy and Ashley get there first, and it's beautiful, and they're impressed, and they're looking around, you know, and they get some wine poured for them before the rest of the girls get there. Now, when the rest of them do get there, okay, they hungry, they tired. They was like, we've been on this bus for 2 fucking hours. Like, okay, where the hell are we? Okay, well, you're at the winery. Remember the burn session? Candiace was like, why would Wendy invite the damn wild boars to another winery? We already know what happens when you invite animals to wineries. Okay, they do the flashback of her and Monique's fight. You know, these bitches don't know how to act. So Candiace already knows that it's about to be some shit. But they greet each other. And then we all get into the room and we sit down to talk. And I guess eat. So when they sit down, Giselle was just like, Ashley, girl, the memes are crazy out there about you and Michael. Like, are you okay with that? And Ashley was like, you know, I do appreciate the support, because really everybody is on Ashley's side. They know what the hell she's been through. Okay, but she says she doesn't like it at the expense of Michael. That is her husband, not ex. That is her husband. That is her baby's father. So, you know, she doesn't really like that. Giselle was just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, she doesn't really like Michael, but she's been in this place because, you know, Jamal has given people plenty of fodder to talk about. So, yeah, Giselle knows how that can feel, you know, being all up in the mix on social media. Anyways, y'all, this burn session, Mia's like, I don't really know what a burn session is. What have I signed myself up for? And Wendy was just like, okay, so what you're going to get is a notebook and a pen, and you are going to write down, you know, whatever issue that you have with someone. And then, you know, that you'll let that person know. And they were like, well, does that person get a chance to respond? And Wendy says, absolutely. The person does get a chance to respond. However, the whole goal of this burn session is for people to take accountability for their actions. Ownership of the fuck shit that you do. Giselle was just like, well, this ain't gonna work because Wendy doesn't take ownership of anything. But okay, if that's what you say, Wendy. So Wendy was just like, and if you don't have anything bad to say about anybody, or, you know, something critical where you think they need to change, then you are welcome to say something nice about them. Robyn was just like, my mama Ben told me if I ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing. So she's gonna keep her lip zipped. I was like, promises. So Ashley starts, okay? And Wendy is the topic right now. Okay, so Ashley goes first and she says, well, Wendy, you know, when we first met, I feel like you had a wall up and, you know, we haven't had some good times. However, this season or this year, I feel like, you know, you've let the wall down. You've opened up. You know, I feel like you and I can have a friendship together. So she's happy about that. She's hoping that it continues. Okay, so that's good. Candiace says she indeed also recognized the wall that Wendy had put up when she first came on the show. But this year, Wendy has opened up much more. And so her affirmation for Wendy is fuck bitches, get money. Oh, yes, honey. Wendy can do that every day. Then it's on to Karen. Well, Wendy, you know, you and I, we got started with a rough path. But we've made so much progress. So, you know, continued growth to you. Then we on to Mia. Mia says, well, you know what? You are quite dismissive. Okay, that is something you have bad. However, I am proud of you that today you are taking accountability for that. So listen, we burned all of that. Then we get on to Robyn. Robyn was just like, listen, we're like oil and water and I'm fine like that. Like, we are never going to be friends. I have no intentions of being friends with you. I don't like you. And Giselle was just like, I co-signed what Robyn said. Okay, but Giselle's going to put a little bit more on it and say the fact that Wendy dragged her all last season. I was just like, you said what you said about Wendy and her husband, and did you not expect her to come back at you? Okay, just because you was, doing your regular little petty shit and Wendy came with the flames, you can't be mad at her for that. All right, but yeah, I mean, she can be mad because obviously she is. Her and Robyn are both very mad about that still. Okay, but she was just like, you dragged me all last season and then you come up to me this season and then you want to hug me. She don't do the fake and phony. I wish Wendy wouldn't have done that, because it was just sort of like, girl, even though it's been some time for us, it ain't really been time for them. They only waited a few weeks and then they were back to filming again. So all that was still fresh on Giselle, and now what are you playing it up for the cameras? So it was just like, girl, you should have still paid her the same dust that you was paying her last season if that's what you was gonna be like. So now you've given Giselle the reason to be calling you fake and phony. Wendy was just like, okay, so I recognize the fact that you feel like I make that we're like oil and vinegar. They were like, no, oil and vinegar go together. We said oil and water. Okay, oil and water. Candiace was just like, but I think that there's more that Robyn feels, and Giselle was just like, listen, ain't nobody got time to be writing no 5-page essay about how they feel. Just talk. Just say what you want to say. So Robyn says, okay, well, I just want you to please stop telling people that, I tried to fight you at the sexy TikTok dance party. You need to be more careful in your words. And Wendy was just like, okay, first of all, you were aggressive and you were walking up on me like you wanted to fight me. And you had to be physically restrained by Charisse. No, I didn't. I did not have to be touched by Charisse. I was just like, Robyn, girl, ain't nobody from production told you that? Yes, she did. Okay, I guess production was just like, honey, we already gonna roll this clip on them. Because she was so adamant, like, no, I didn't. First of all, you were so mad at that thing, and you're so mad today that you can't even realize what the hell you was doing. You is real aggressive. You was aggressive then. You're aggressive today. I understand, like, listen, Robyn, like, when you don't like somebody, you just don't like somebody. If somebody gets under your skin, then that person pushes your buttons and all of that. Wendy obviously is that person for Robyn. Okay, I don't expect Robyn to act nice and act like she wants to be friends with Wendy. If you don't like her, you just don't like her. Okay, but girl, you gonna need to get control of these fucking emotions, because now all this yelling and screaming is not cute, especially when everybody else is sitting at the table just listening to you and looking at you like, girl, what are you doing all this yelling for? Did somebody piss in your fucking cornflakes? Calm the hell down, right? She was like, I did not get touched. And Wendy was just like, maybe you were so drunk that you don't remember. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna call old girl. Next thing we know is on the phone. Charisse, let me ask you right now. Did you have to physically hold me back at the sexy TikTok party from going over and fighting Wendy? And of course, Charisse says no. What else is she going to say? She's co-signing her girls, okay? The green-eyed monsters that have let Charisse in the club, okay? No. Okay, thank you. She hangs up that phone, and Wendy was just sitting there looking at her like, girl, I don't give a fuck what Charisse said. I know what we saw, and you did get pushed back. Robyn was just like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm over this, okay? I was like, girl, you going to look real stupid when you get to that reunion. And they bring this shit back up. I mean, we already seeing it on the show. It's like, girl, we saw Charisse hold you back. What are you talking about? Calm down. Like, what is going on? Is Juan not digging you down? Okay, let Alex tell it. Did you break up with your girlfriend? Like, what is happening here? All right, too much. You just way too aggressive and way too mad. She's all screaming at Wendy, and she's like, Wendy was like, will you please control your emotions? And she was just like, I don't give a fuck. 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 I was just like, yeah, girl, maybe you need to get up and leave. Okay, because just like what I said about Destiny with Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's just like, girl, you just gonna stay mad. What is it? You just gonna be mad all season? It ain't that serious. You got a show to film. You gonna be cussing Wendy out on every damn episode? Craziness.
You know, Wendy, it is broken why you brought us here.
And you know, Giselle was just like, well, you know, she's here and she wants us to talk about this for the burn session. You know, Karen was just like,
well, you know, all of the screaming was coming from your side of the table, so I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Child, we can't talk about it. You gotta be cussing and fussing and spitting and doing all of that. Giselle said, well, she got loud because she just wanted to make sure that she was being heard. Oh, trust me, we hear you. But all that yelling doesn't help. All right. What they really need is some damn therapy, but we ain't got therapists at the vineyard. The burn session was supposed to be set up to fix some things, but you know, as Robyn is in the van, she went and got back in the van. She's taking off her bitches. Look, some fake ass bitches up in there. Robyn, be quiet, girl, because you was just something's wrong with you too. So then anyway, once we get past the Robyn situation, then we have Ashley. Ashley tells Candiace, well, you know, I just wanted to tell you that my friend who was also at the spring fling, she told me that, you know, when she went to the bar, Chris was looking at her strangely, and Candiace just looks over at Ashley, and she was just like, now what is the purpose of this? Okay. You were just at my house the other day. Like, you couldn't talk to me about this at the house. Ashley was like, well, this actually came to me after that visit. Oh, okay. And you couldn't call me on the phone and, you know, express to me what was going on. Well, you know, I knew that I was seeing you in person. Wouldn't you want me to talk to you in person instead of on the phone? I don't give a fuck how you talk to me when you telling me something that my husband supposedly did, bitch. You need to tell me with the quickness what it is so we can get it handled. Don't wait until you see me in person if you can call me on the fucking phone. Okay? So Candiace was just like, listen, I have had issues with you, some things that have come to me about Michael, and I came to you privately. Like, why couldn't you do the same for me? Okay? That Ashley was just like, oh, well, it doesn't feel good now. And Candiace was like, oh, so that's what this is. Is this a get back? That's what you're doing right now? Okay? She is like, I knew damn well that I shouldn't have trusted that old bulbous forehead ass bitch. Okay? I should have known better. And I said, you should have known better. Out of everybody on the show, you and Ashley, every time you guys get to this point, something happened and she switched that shit around on you. Okay? Now, she was just the sweetest pie when she was over at your house, and now she's sitting here in front of the group and she's telling you that her friend tells her that Chris was trying to flirt with her. They show us a clip that Chris ain't paid more attention to that damn girl than anybody else at that fucking bar. You know, then when Ashley says, and Mia even said that, you know, he was staring at her too. And now Mia was just like, well, I didn't say it. You know, he wasn't staring sexually, but he definitely was staring. He might have been looking like, you motherfucking bitches is all drunk and should be embarrassed. That might have been the look. It might have been disgust. But when you drunk, you just think somebody is staring at you. You don't realize that they looking at you like this. So, you know, Candiace was just like, you are a lying, hateful ass bitch. Okay? I should have never trusted you. I said, you should have never done that. You sitting up here going on and on about her husband, okay, and how much you want Ashley to be happy and everything. And does Ashley want Candiace to be happy? What do you guys think about that? Okay? That's exactly why I said I don't understand why Candiace is so damn obsessed about what Ashley got going on over there. We don't even know if Ashley getting a fucking divorce at this point. Okay? And now she done sat up there and lied on your husband again on this TV. Okay, and you sitting there having to defend yourself once again. You gonna get enough of this, honey. And Ashley was just like, oh, no, honey, you just want to turn a blind eye to it. Then just say it. Just say it. Candiace wasn't saying nothing. I think she was really shocked that Ashley was going here with this. Okay, she was like, and truth be told, I have heard about other people, Chris being in other people's DMs that wasn't as innocent as mine or innocuous as mine. Okay, so yeah, Ashley had her moment. She did catch Candiace off guard. I feel bad for Candiace because Ashley was just wrong doing some shit like that. Okay, that Chris don't want none of them bitches on that show. He don't halfway want Candiace. So I'm just like, y'all just, child, they a mess. That's all I can say. All right, you guys, I got to get off of here. Work is about to start. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.